So my name is Rafael and I serve Region 7 as our president. And so today, myself and the Region 7 officers are here to present the Power of One program. This program helps people discover their personal power and set goals that can be achieved. Chapters and individuals can get national and state recognition for completing this program. So let's see. There are 5 units in this program, which include A Better You, Family Ties, Working on Working, Take the Lead, and Speak Out for FCCLA. So let's get started. I'll pass it on to Guillermo, our region treasurer right now. But I don't think he's here, so I'm gonna go over the slide too. So Guillermo isn't able to make it today, but throughout this program, we will be utilizing our SMART goals. To fully understand the purpose, we came up with a goal so that we can answer these questions. That goal is to increase chapter membership. We need to make sure the goal is specific, so we want to increase the chapter membership by October 1st, 2020. Our goal will be measurable by increasing a 20% increase in chapter members from the previous year. Our goal is achievable because a 20% increase is only 10 more members per chapter. Considering we have multiple resources to carry out this goal and increasing membership will help the organization, it is relevant. We would like to complete this by October 1st. And next, Talia will be presenting Unit 1.
Hi everyone, my name is Talia Zendel and I am your Region 7 Secretary. Let's move on to a unit. We are going to go through a few questions to determine if you would like to become a better person. First, turn your camera off if you want to reduce stress in your life. Turn your camera off if you want to eat better. Turn your camera off if you want to get along better with others. And turn your camera off if you want to use social media in a more positive way. As you can see, we all want to be better, and if we take the time to evaluate ourselves and focus on what you need to do to become a better person, you will. You can now turn your cameras back on. Now let's go through the goals of this unit and how to achieve them. The first step is to reflect and remind. This includes your flaws and mistakes. Identifying these can help you focus on the changes you need to make for yourself to become a better person. Secondly, be sure to stay focused on what you want for yourself to become a better person. Lastly, find yourself by taking the time to think about what you like about yourself and what you can improve. Now, Rafael will be presenting Unit 2.
Part of becoming a better you is getting along with your family. In order to get along with others, you need to know how to communicate effectively. Over the next 3 slides, we will go over communication basics. As they are mainly common sense concepts, we won't spend too much time, but we will have a brief quiz to see how well you communicate. Here are the 4 types of communication: verbal, nonverbal, written, and visual. There are 3 parts to communication: sender, message, and receiver. There are ways to overcome the barriers of communication. The main way is through active listening. You can also change your mindset considering the other person's perspective and change your words to I. For example, you stress me out can be changed to I feel more stressed when I work with you. I'll now pass it on to Ruby for Unit 3.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruby and I am the Region 7 reporter. Today I will be going over unit number 3, which is Working on Working. This unit focuses on the true color assessment. The assessment helps members learn more about each other's strengths and weaknesses. Don't you wonder what color you would get? Here is the link for you to take the assessment and find out which color you will get. You will have 3 minutes to complete the assessment. Once those 3 minutes are over, we will call you back in. One of the Region 7 officers will be putting in the link into the chat. Thank you for completing the assessment. When I took the test, I received the color gold. Gold signifies that I am loyalty-driven, responsible, appreciative, and organized. Apart from the color assessment, for this unit, members are meant to pick one real-world skill they would like to improve in and set a SMART goal for themselves in order to complete the project. On the following slide, you will see a link to a survey which I made, which will help me see how you feel about the color assessment and other questions related to the assessment. You'll have 2 minutes to complete the survey. Thank you for doing the survey. Now I will pass it on to Talia.
Hi everyone. Today, the goal of the Take the Lead unit is to ensure that members will be able to do various contests and use their leadership skills and a SMART goal to develop a project. As shown in this slide, servant leadership is defined as leading by example through serving the needs of a team or group before serving the needs of oneself. A servant leader acknowledges the perspective of others, involves and supports the other team members, and builds a community within the group. Now we are going to play a short game to help you understand the role of a servant leader and how one has played a role in your life. It is called What Phone. Once that is completed, you will have 1 minute to write down the names of 5 of the richest or most important people. These could be the past Super Bowl winners, the most famous celebrities or artists, whomever you want. Your time starts now. Okay. Great job. Now I want you to write down the names of 5 people or heroes. You have 1 minute. Perfect. If not, I'll keep going. The purpose of this activity was to recognize that the people who make a difference in your life are not the most famous celebrities, but ones who care. Leadership does not require anyone to have a title or position, rather the initiative to take action. I will now pass it back to Raphael for the next unit.
Hi guys, so here's how you guys can learn how to speak out for FCCLA. The Speaking Out unit includes the 6 steps of critical thinking. Critical thinking can be explained as an intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and/or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. In other words, you can describe critical thinking as first fully understanding the concept, then applying this information as a guide to your actions. The first step is knowledge. Identify issues and ask questions. Step 2 is comprehension, which can mean gathering information and finding data. Step 3 is application. You can find the link in between information and reflect to determine you don't have any biases. Step 4, analyze the situation to determine weak and strong points. You want to prioritize issues that are at hand. Step 5 is synthesis. After analysis, your decision should be made. Decide how to best carry out your solution and determine the best solution. The last step is to take action. Carry out your action plan. Now that you've seen how you can speak up for FCCLA and the steps to critical thinking, think of some ways you can fundraise for FCCLA or speak out for it, and put your best ideas in the chat. I will now pass it back to Talia.
Thank you so much, Raphael. Now I would like to share 3 resources to help you succeed and even receive national and state recognition by completing a Power of One project. First, you can use this FCCLA planning process sheet for the activities in Power of One which you heard about in the Take the Lead unit. Next, you can use this form to apply for state and national recognition. Lastly, the Power of One resource guide for advisors has all of the activities in one location for your chapter's reference. Thank you so much for attending our workshop. We hope to see you receiving your Power of One award this year.